Tonight I'm just going to do a short video while I'm doing this on thinning the wall of 310 Cadet case necks. Now these cases here are Aussie made super cases, super brand, long defunct, from the 1950s and 60s. Now I've got heaps and heaps of these, so when I actually set up to load my 310 Cadet, I actually bought a cast bullet engineering mould with a heel design that was actually designed with the correct heel to fit in the diameter of these cases. Now these cases have a wall thickness of about 6 thou, 5-6 thou, and I've been able to load them really well. So here's the bullets here. I'll try to film it while I'm filming this. So there we go. It's a bit dark over there. So you can see it's got Lee liquid Alex on it. That's why it's all brown. But you can see that that heeled design on it. The idea is, if you watch my comprehensive videos on loading the 310 Cadet, I like to be able to finger seat the bullet down to the heel in the case, and then I then run it through the seating die without a plug to actually it'll just crimp the case into that heel. Now when I bought all my cases, they're all second hand when I bought them years ago in several lots from gun shows and gun throwaway kind of second hand stands in the gun shops and stuff. I also got a whole, or this quantity is about 65 of them, I think, of Bertram brass. So there we go. It looks quite good. I'm doing this on my iPhone for the first time. There you go, BB, Bruce Bertram, 310 Cadet. And it's quite good brass, this. It's still readily available in Australia and even over in the United States. I think there's agents that actually sell it over there, or you can order it direct from Australia. The problem with it is though, is that the actual wall of the neck, well, of the case in general, but the neck is actually about 12 thou. So by the time you have the neck on both sides, it means the actual diameter, even after running through the sizing die, of the inside of the case here is actually a little bit too small for the my heeled bullet. Now if you're just loading Bertram brass and no other type, well, when you buy your mould from Cast Bullet Engineering, you tell them that, and they'll actually give you a mould with a slightly smaller heel on it, which will fit Bertram brass. But when you've got both types like I have, it's a bit of a problem. So this brass has been sitting for years unused because you can't see the bullet into it. The wall thickness, by the way, of the super brass is about 5 to 6 thou. So the internal diameter of the neck after this has been put through the sizing die of this one is about 0.300 inches. The internal diameter of the super ones after they've been put through is about 0.306 inches. So I've often wondered what to do with these Bertram brass cases, whether just to sell them and you know, because I can't use them. But anyway, just recently I've managed to get myself a little Sherline lathe. So I've got this set up now. I've done a few cases, and I've actually just kept changing the x-axis here. And yeah, so I've now got the x-axis set, so it's actually correct, assuming that these are, you know, chucked straight in the chuck every time. It'll take it back. So alright, so I've sort of measured that, and it actually measures a tad less than 0.3. I don't know if this will focus on there, but it's about 0.295 or something like that. So now we'll just get it out. I'll see if we can do this one-handed. Where are we here? It's a bit dark here too. One thing I've been meaning to do is actually set up a light. So what I'm doing when I put this in the chuck is the actual rim will go through, and you can actually feel it will catch on the back of the jaws. So so the idea is to get the case in the same place every time, and to just try to make it centered so that the rim's behind the jaws. So I'll just do that now. Alright, so I've chucked that case in the jaw, as I said, just sort of mostly close the jaws and then pulled the case forward until I can feel the rim come up harder against the back of the jaws, and then tighten it. So it's sort of tight on the sort of web of the case. Alright, so now I'm not going to touch the x-axis here because that's set. So I'll turn her on. Alright, so I've just measured that, and that now measures 305. Internal diameter is about 305. So I'll get that case. Now I'll just get another bullet out of this thing. Alright, so if we get one of these Bertram cases that hasn't been modified in any way, again, it's a bit of a challenge to do this one-handed with an iPhone, but if I try to put that in there, there's just no way. It's just completely tight. There's no way you're going to be able to get that. Oops, get that to go in that case. Where's the bullet gone? So we'll get that back in there. Now I've got all iron shavings on my bullet, which doesn't help. I'll just get that off. Alright, so this is the one that I just machined. Where are we? See, and that's starting in the case there now, and this is how I often do it when I'm actually loading. So again, I'm trying to do this one-handed. There you go, I gave it a good push against my reloading bench, and that's actually seated it right down to the shoulder. So see, so if I then put that assuming we had powder, there's no powder in this obviously, but if I was to put that through my my seating die of my Lathe dies, which has actually been opened out to, I can't remember, it was actually too small, I got Lathe to open it out, but it's just enough to squish that into the base of the bullet, so that's a straight line, and stop any movement of the bullet, and give good you know, during ignition it's always good to have a bit of pressure build up. So yeah, so these Bertram cases, just from doing that, are actually now kind of usable. So it was quicker. It took longer than it looked, but I mean, I can probably do one case in about a minute. So it'll probably take me an hour just to sit here and do all of these cases, which I might not do them all tonight, but I'm set up now. So yeah, well, thanks for watching.